Toby saves the day. Thomas the Tank Engine and Toby the Tram Engine are very good friends. Toby and his coach Henrietta help Thomas to take workmen to the quarry every morning on Thomas's branch line. Toby also takes the mail to the big mail train each night. One day, Toby and Henrietta and Thomas and his coaches, Annie and Clarabel, were coming back from the quarry and had to wait at a crossing until the signals changed before they could go on. A smart new bus with lots of school children on board was at the crossing too. The bus driver leaned out of his open window and pointed to Toby. He started to laugh. "Look at that funny old thing," said the driver. "It's like a shed on wheels. And just look at that coach. It was going to be used as a hen house before it was brought here, you know." He turned around and spoke to the children on the bus. "That engine is what was used to take people around before fine buses like this one came along," he said. "What a mess. I'd rather have this smart new bus any day." Toby likes to blow his whistle to say hello, but he felt too cross and upset to do it that day. Thomas didn't. "Peep, peep," he said angrily. The bus driver was very rude. Thomas didn't think he should laugh at Toby like that. Toby is a funny shape, it's true, but he's very useful and a really hard worker. Thomas didn't like him being made fun of. Thomas was glad when the bus drove off, and so was Toby. After a busy morning, Thomas saw the bus again. It was sitting by the side of the railway track and it was leaning to one side a bit. Thomas saw why. One of its wheels had come off. The children waved to Thomas and his driver put on the brakes. Thomas asked if he could help. "I'm taking the children for a school picnic," said the bus driver. "We've been here for half an hour now. They'll be so disappointed if we don't get there." "We'll try to help," said Thomas's driver. "My engine Thomas is busy this afternoon, but Toby will be able to help you. He has some spare time before he has to collect the post." Thomas and his driver hurried off and were soon back with Toby and Henrietta. The children all got off the bus and onto Henrietta. Their big picnic baskets fitted on too, and they set off. Some of the children had never been on a train before, and they loved the clickety-clack sound the wheels made on the rails. They had a lovely view of the countryside through Henrietta's big windows. They all enjoyed the ride Toby gave them and squealed with delight when he blew his whistle extra loud. "Do it again, Toby," they cried. "Do it again, please." Soon the children were enjoying their picnic in a big meadow filled with wild flowers. They spread out their food under a shady tree and played games. Toby and Henrietta waited quietly in a little siding. At the end of the afternoon, the smart new bus arrived to take the children back to school. Thomas's driver had sent some mechanics to mend the broken wheel. "Here we are at last," called the driver. "All aboard for the journey home. You'll be pleased to know that you don't have to go back on that funny old engine." But there was a big surprise for the bus driver. The children didn't want to go back to school on his bus. They told their teachers that they liked Toby and Henrietta more than the shiny new bus. They liked the way the coach swayed from side to side and the noises the wheels made on the track. Best of all, they liked the way Toby blew his whistle extra loud for them. They had enjoyed their journey so much that they wanted to go back on the train. Toby and Henrietta still had some time to spare, and they were pleased to be able to take the children back again. The children pointed to the new bus as it drove along beside the railway track, empty. The bus driver didn't look very pleased with himself now. The bus driver picked up the children at the little station, but the driver had to wait until the children had all said a special thank you and goodbye. The children patted and stroked Toby and Henrietta's smooth sides. "Thank you for the lovely ride," they said. "You're a lovely engine, Toby, and we don't think you're funny or old-fashioned at all. We like you, and you made the picnic extra special." Toby was so pleased that he blew them an extra loud whistle. When the children were on the bus, they waved and waved until they were out of sight. Toby and Henrietta were still at the station when Thomas came along. "Well done, Toby. You saved the children's picnic and gave them a nice ride," said Thomas. "You're more useful than a shiny new bus any day."